Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ali and I'm here today to do a little bit of a library haul. I haven't done one of these in a while, and all of the books that I have out from the library right now I haven't spoken about, so I thought this would be a good time to share them. How many do I have here? 3, 6, 7? And we're going to jump into it straight away. So let's start with some romance. First up, I have The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, I think is how you say it. So this follows a woman who's a ghostwriter, and she is returning to her sort of childhood hometown. I'm not sure if it's childhood house, but anyway. And while she's there, she discovers this ghost, and I think that it's like they're like writing together, and she's a ghost writer and he's a ghost writer. It sounds like fun, so I'm looking forward to this one. Next up, I have A Proposal They Can't Refuse by Natalie Kana. These two were inspired by, I think it was a Goodreads post about like romances, new romances that had come out. This one follows two characters, one who runs a restaurant with her family, and the guy who runs like a whiskey distillery with his family, and their grandfathers set them up, kind of. They give them like an ultimatum of like, you two need to get married, and they're like, you know what, let's fake it, let's just try and make them happy. So obviously from there, love will ensue. I have started this one, as you can see. I've read 45 pages, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then finally, for the romance, I have Raymond and Gilletta by Alana, Quintana, Albertson. So honestly, I don't really know what this is about, other than it obviously being a Romeo and Juliet retelling. I believe it is set in San Diego, and there's a whole thing with tacos. I don't know, but it has a really pretty cover, and that's why I picked it up. And then I have one nonfiction, so we'll talk about that one next. This is Under the Skin by Linda Villarosa. This is Racism, Inequality, and the Health of a Nation. I've also started this one, and I've read 70 pages. This is mostly at the moment looking at the type of racism and discrimination that primarily Black women face during pregnancy and childbirth. I don't know if later on we're going to talk about other things, but right now that has been the majority of those 70 pages. It's really interesting so far, but it is also obviously quite intense, and I imagine, I am really enjoying it though, or maybe not enjoying isn't the word, but it's really interesting, it's really well written, and I think as well it has heart to it. It's not just like a statement of facts. There are stories of women who have been through things, and also sort of a connection to Linda Villarosa as well. Like, she often meets these women, or I think she's met all the ones that she's talked about. So there is also sort of a personal aspect to it as well. And then I have a fantasy section. So some of these, well, this one here I've been waiting for ages. And that is Juniper and Thorne by Ava Reed, who was the author of, what's the name of, The Wolf and the Woodsman, which I've never read, but I saw this one at a bookstore a few months ago and I really wanted it, but I talked myself out of it. I didn't want to buy any books. The books that I'd been specifically looking for books that day, like, and they didn't have the ones that I wanted, so I talked myself out of getting this one. I didn't need to get it. And then I put a hold on the library and it took forever to come in. But here it is, and I'm really excited for this one. I don't even really know what this is about. I think it's like a witchy, possibly feministy sort of thing. I love both of those things, so I'm looking forward to this one. And then we have the September read for the Last to Read book club, which is Vespatine by Margaret Rogerson. I agreed to do this one. I think Mel or obviously Mel or Lana, they're the only two other people that I co-host this with. But one of them suggested this and I was like, sure, let's do that. And I didn't even check if I could actually get it first. So I did manage to find it at the library and I put it on hold thinking it would take a little while, and then I got it immediately the next day. So I haven't picked this one up yet, but I think I'm gonna try and pick it up at the start of the month, because otherwise it comes to the live show and it'll be like a week ahead or the week before, and I'll be like, oh, I haven't read that book. Will I read it in a week? It's not happened multiple times. So I'm gonna try and pick this one up early, maybe even before this video is out, and get to it. And then finally, I kind of debated showing this one or not because I am doing it as part of a video, but I'm gonna show you this. You don't know what the video is, you don't know what the other ones are, but I finally did it. I borrowed The Poppy War by R.F. Is it Kwong? I don't know. So yeah, I've never read this. Obviously, it's chunky. I've been wanting to, but I've also heard that this will emotionally destroy you in a way that I think the other day I think it was an Instagram reel of like, what book emotionally destroyed you that isn't Song of Achilles? And it was like, why is it The Poppy War? So I still don't think I'm emotionally over the Song of Achilles, and I literally read that like 3 or 4 years ago. So are we ready for something to destroy me again? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's chunky. I haven't started this yet, but I feel like I'm going to in the next few days because I don't know whether I'll be able to renew this one. Yeah, actually it's good timing because this author's new book just came out as well. I think yesterday there was a launch for it in London or something. Anyway, so yeah, I think this is a good time to kind of pick this one up and see if I like this. I may continue the series. I may also try that new one. So that is it for the little library haul today. I'd love to hear if you have read any of these, what your thoughts are, or if any of them are on your TBR. But for now, I will see you all next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.